Hello goat lovers, Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and it has been a little bit since the last video. We have some good news and we have some bad news, so I'm going to start with the good news. And the show went amazing. You guys, it was literally like the best, most enjoyable show. And the best thing about the whole show, you guys, is we got our granddaughter in the ring for the first time. And she did so good. She did so good. I was literally out there in the ring with her, and just my whole heart was about to explode. So I was just trying to hold it together and not get all emotional and cry as we're walking around in circles, because that's silly, right? But anyway, it was a pretty special moment for Grandma here, and she's a natural. She's just a natural. She loved it. She wanted to keep going back in the rings and showing, and it was a very special moment for me. So anyway, the show went really good, and I just have to say, Piper, my knee. She's biting me. That's stop it. Without all of you sponsors, the show would not have been a success, and I can say that. So you guys are just beyond amazing. Just thank you so much. The fact that so many of you don't even own goats, so many of you sponsors, those that did sponsor, don't own goats. There was a sponsor from Australia, so all different states and everything, and it was very heartwarming to know that you guys literally just wanted it to be a great show for us. As far as a thank you is concerned, I couldn't say it enough. So please take this as the biggest thank you you've ever received, because you sponsors are amazing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Copper Caprine 2025 is a wrap. It was a wonderful, wonderful show. We did not get any champion wins or anything like that at this show. I was certainly hoping for it, but either way, it didn't happen for us at this show. We placed decent, and also Daisy was in the final lineup 3 times, twice as first place in her class and once as second place in her class. So that was an exciting moment, and then of course we didn't win, so I was really hoping to get Daisy's last leg. Anyway, wonderful show. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you, sponsors. You're all friggin' amazing, and couldn't have done it without you. So I wish I was telling you guys that the bad news was that we didn't get any champion wins, but it's not. So the bad news I'm unfortunately gonna have to share with you guys is way worse than that. And I'm gonna do my best to keep it together. So the update on Dreamer. Spoke to the vet about 3 weeks ago. Actually, I don't even know how long it's been. Feels like about 3 weeks ago. It's been pretty hectic around here, maybe even been a month ago. But the sensitivity results came back on Dreamers on the bacteria that we sent to the lab. So first they tested the bacteria to see what it was, and then they let the bacteria grow bigger, and they kind of tested it. Daisy really wants to get your camera, guys. So anyway, they then test it. They do a sensitivity test, and they try to see what medicines or antibiotics are actually going to kill the bacteria the best. So we were using Nuflor, and we had some intramammary injections that we were putting her on called Today. So anyway, after the sensitivity results came back, they had decided that penicillin was doing the best at killing all the bacteria. However, the vet said that she's still, the first vet didn't think that whatever we were gonna do was gonna be successful, because antibiotics will get through their bloodstream, the doe's bloodstream, but they have a really hard time making it to the mammary, making it into that udder, which is obviously where Dreamer needed it, which is why we were giving her the infusions as well. So she said to start putting her on penicillin. Now, the Nuflor, the first antibiotic, we were giving once every 4 days. Then the penicillin, we were advised to give twice daily, so every 12 hours. And what that does is wreck the crap out of their gut. It honestly just wrecks their gut. 10 days of antibiotics is a lot of penicillin given twice a day. But we're going for it. We really want her to get better. And we're in this deep. We spent this much money on it. And you know, obviously, I just really wanted a good outcome. We got some different infusions that I don't remember what they're called exactly, the name right now. Sorry about that. But they are also an antibiotic for a dry udder. So anyway, we started doing that and giving her the infusions and giving her penicillin twice daily for 10 days straight with literally no improvement. No improvement. The only thing that actually showed real improvement was just simply the inflammatory medicines that she was taking. And it was just the udder tissue around those masses was not inflamed anymore. It took the swelling from that down. And so it did, I think, gave me a perception, right, if you will, that maybe things were getting smaller, maybe things were getting bigger. There was a moment I felt like these masses are getting softer, you know, like it's doing something is happening. But then after the 10 days of penicillin and just, it didn't. And the second vet that I had spoken to just told me, you know, this is going to be really hard on her. It's going to probably get her to be off of feed, just wrecking her gut in that manner. So I was giving her the ProBios and the Jumpstart every day, because you can only give it every 24 hours, which is just putting new live viable microorganisms into that gut. But even doing that, like, you're literally you're putting it into the gut that the penicillin is going into. So you are adding more, but the penicillin's still kind of killing them. So yeah, it might help a little, but not a lot. So in doing this, it got to the point where the poor girl, kind of just did not want to see me. She didn't want to see me coming. Because I would, you know, poking with the needles, and she had just welts from the injection sites, and she was stuck in a pen for a month by herself, away from the herd, which at first she was okay with, and then you could tell it was really starting to bother her. She was lonely. She was getting lonely, and this was not getting any better, and now the girls are just done. They're gonna attack the camera. But the second vet, she made me feel a lot better. And she did, because no matter if I know the right thing to do or not, it's just hard. But she did make me feel better. She said she wouldn't recommend the mastectomy. Whereas the first vet did, you know, and that's fine. She's a vet, and she's saying we could get rid of this, and, you know, it was an option. She was providing options. And that's totally fine. I'm not upset about it at all. But the second one is more aligned with my thinking, if you will, or how I feel about it. And I couldn't. I didn't want to. I didn't want to from the very beginning have her udder removed. Just ouch, and all of the care needed for that and everything. But beyond that, she made me feel really good as far as letting me know that she didn't recommend the mastectomy, and she didn't want me to feel bad about having to put her down. You know, and this isn't my first rodeo. I've had goats for a lot of years. The more you have, the more you deal with this, unfortunately. And, you know, there's been a lot of heartaches, and she was definitely one. So we did put Dreamer down. It sucks. And that really sucks. And it hasn't been the easiest thing to try to tell anybody. But there it is. She's no longer suffering. She no longer has this. She's no longer feeling sick.
She had lost a lot of weight just in the 10-day period. I'm assuming from the penicillin, and so much penicillin that never even made it to the udder to start helping. So you live and learn. I don't regret trying. I just regret it didn't work. So, I'd also like to just say thank you to all of you guys who, you know, when I posted that video telling you guys what my options here and what I have to weigh out responsibly for not just the herd, but my family and everybody else involved, we already put a lot of money into Dreamer, and at the end, before money was ever a concern, it was more for me was the actual act of removing her udder. And you know, like, animals just don't understand pain like that. They don't get it, which is what kills me that it didn't work, because, you know, the end there. She didn't feel comforted by me. She felt like running from me. She wasn't feeling good. You know, she lost a bunch of weight. But again, I don't regret trying, so. But you guys, when I posted that video, it was a lot of support that I didn't expect. So thanks on that, like, big time thank you. So thank you for all of the comments, all of the understanding, all of the concern. It meant a lot, so. All right, well, I'm gonna quit blubbering and end the video here. I had to get it out, and I had to let you guys know. I didn't want to leave you in the dark. I just also didn't want to blubber in front of the camera. So there it is. Thank you guys all for being so awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for being invested emotionally with the herd. I got a lot of good does, and they're pretty special to me, and I know they're special to a lot of you, and I know the loss of Dreamer isn't just gonna be hard on me. So again, just wanted to let you guys know, and I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye, guys.